What's up, guys? Hunter Anderson here, Midwest Grinders. I'm here with Luke Nelson, aka the Dog Whisperer. How we doing today, Luke?
Not too bad.
Yeah, we got some questions for you. A lot of the fans were wondering how to coyote hunt and what the best things to do. First question to start with, just the basics, like what gun do you use, what call do you use?
Recently I switched over to a 22 250, and it's built in the Tika T3X with the light barrel.
Nice. So you can shoot straight?
Shoots pretty straight, pretty fast, and then I have the Vortex PST lighted reticle scope on it, so.
What's your average yard shot? Like, what's a distance shot for you? What's too far? What are shots that you take?
I'm zeroed at 200, so I'm pretty accurate out, I would say. I mean, pretty comfortable about 500, I would say. But
Okay.
anything past that gets a little iffy, and you kind of just gotta use your brain at that point.
Yeah. So what kind of call do you use then? Call them in. Mouth call, electronic call?
I wish I was better at mouth calling,
Yeah.
but I've been running the past couple years the Fox Pro Fusion.
Okay.
So
Yeah, pretty loud.
pretty loud, and then it's got two speakers, so you can turn two speakers on, one speaker on.
Are you howling at them right now? Are you using food calls, rabbit calls?
This year, I would say rabbit calls have been the best. I would say past years I've never used a rabbit because everyone was using the rabbit calls. So past years I was using the bird distress, just kind of some random distress noises that just new noises that dogs wouldn't hear, and they get curious rather than hearing the same rabbit every time. So, and then this year I was kind of slow on the start, and then I started switching over to the rabbit call, and I don't know, just kind of
You're coming in hot.
turned on.
Oh yeah. So when's the best time you think it to go is? When do you prefer to go?
I would say it depends on the weather, but day hunts are pretty fun. I mean, it's nice when you can see a lot farther, and I don't know, I used to go like early morning, first light, like late afternoon, dusk or whatever, but recently I've been doing a lot better, kind of like that 11 to 3 period. So I don't know, midday, and then, I mean, like this weekend coming up, it's a full moon, so I feel like hunting in the moon phases is a lot easier too.
Yeah,
Midday,
more active.
a lot more active at night.
Yeah. What do you look for when you're going out and finding a spot to hunt? Do you go to just an open field? Do you go to tree lines? What's the biggest thing you look for when you're trying to find dogs?
I kind of have a general area that I kind of stick around that I've seen dogs in, and kind of just keep a mental note or drop a pin on my phone, or just kind of look for tracks, or like after a fresh snow, kind of just go out for a little road cruise and not hit it too hard, and just kind of look for fresh tracks and mental notes.
A lot of guys are wondering too, how long do you sit at your sets? Do you sit all day? Are you just calling for 10 minutes? How long do you usually go out? As long as you can
I would
last,
say-
it's cold.
I'd say the optimal kind of time period is 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what the dogs are doing. I mean, if you're sitting there for 20 minutes, but you know there's a dog a few hundred yards away hung up on a hill, why are you going to leave? I mean, you might as well stick it out for 10, 15 more minutes. I mean, what I like to do if I have a dog hung up and it's taking a while for him to come in, if you just kind of either just give him a quick howl and make sure they hear you, and then just let everything sit dead quiet for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and normally they'll get curious and just kind of work their way in.
Right on. Last question for you. What do you do with all these? As you can see, you got all kinds of them hanging up behind you. You got a pile next to us.
We'll sell most of them, but depending on what, I mean, we got one nice red one back here I'm going to give to my old man because he kind of wants one on his wall, but the fox aren't really worth much this year, so I'll probably turn those into wall decorations, but the coyotes are going for a pretty good price right now in our area, so
Heck yeah.
they'll be probably getting sold out next week.
Right on. Any last tips for everybody? Stay grinding.
Stay grinding, and if it's cold, the dogs are moving. The dogs got to move and feed in the cold, so
Yeah.
get your warm gear, and if you can handle the cold for 10, 20 minutes, your luck's going to be a lot better.